Listen closely right now. What I'm about to share is going to upset a lot of women. In fact, I've already received messages saying, "You need to delete this. Men aren't supposed to know this." And that right there is exactly why this video exists. There is a secret, a psychological pattern that women use on men, and it has been effective for thousands of years. The reason it continues to work is simple. Nobody openly talks about it. Women don't want you to understand it, because the moment you do, their power over you disappears entirely. And most men never figure it out, because they're too busy being controlled by it to notice what's really happening. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men to ever live, wrote something that applies perfectly here. Everything we hear is opinion, not fact. Everything we see is perspective, not truth. And brother, what women say they want versus what actually triggers attraction are two completely different things. They want you confused about which one is real. Now, I know what you're thinking. This probably sounds like bitter, toxic nonsense. Stay with me, because what I'm about to explain isn't opinion. It's documented psychology. It's behavioral science. It's pattern recognition. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you truly understand it, you'll start noticing it everywhere. Your current relationship, your past relationships, and every interaction you've ever had with women. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to walk you through this step by step. I'll show you the exact psychological mechanism women use to create obsession in men. I'll explain why it works so powerfully. I'll teach you how to recognize when it's being used on you. And most importantly, I'll show you how to become completely immune to it using ancient Stoic wisdom. This will be uncomfortable. You might feel angry. You might get defensive. That's normal. Truth often makes us uncomfortable before it sets us free. But if you stay with me through this entire breakdown, I promise you, your perspective on dating and relationships will never be the same. You'll see the game clearly for the first time, and once you see the game clearly, you can decide whether to play it or walk away. Let's begin. All right, let's start with the big reveal. The secret women don't want you to know. Ready? Here it is. Women don't create attraction by treating you well. They create obsession by treating you inconsistently. Think about that for a moment. Let it really sink in. The woman in your life who treats you consistently well. She's always available, always kind, always attentive. How do you feel about her? Probably comfortable, maybe appreciative, maybe grateful. But are you obsessed with her? Are you checking your phone every 5 minutes hoping she texted? Are you replaying conversations in your head, dissecting every word? Are you thinking about her nonstop? Probably not. Now compare that to the other woman, the one who's warm one day and cold the next, texting paragraphs on Monday, replying with one-word answers on Thursday, super affectionate when you're together, then distant for days afterward, completely into you one week, barely acknowledging your existence the next. That woman has you completely hooked. You analyze every interaction. You wonder what you did wrong. You desperately try to figure out how to get back the version of her that made you feel amazing. And here's the wild part. This isn't random. It's not just moodiness or confusion. It's a pattern. And if you don't recognize it for what it is, it's working on you right now. Psychology has proven this pattern through decades of research. It's called intermittent reinforcement. It's the same principle that makes slot machines addictive, the same principle behind social media addiction, and it's the exact same mechanism that makes inconsistent women so magnetic to men. Here's how it works in your brain. When rewards are consistent, like a paycheck every 2 weeks, your mind adapts. It becomes expected, normal. The excitement fades because you know it's coming. But when rewards are unpredictable, sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't, your brain goes into overdrive. It obsesses, searching for patterns, trying to secure the reward, trying to guarantee it next time. That's why gambling is so addictive. You win occasionally, lose often, but you never know when the next win is coming. Your brain stays fully engaged, completely hooked on cracking the code. And brother, this is exactly what happens when a woman is inconsistent with her attention and affection. When she's warm and loving, your brain floods with dopamine. You feel incredible. Then she pulls away, goes cold, becomes distant, and you don't just return to neutral. You drop below baseline. You feel anxious, distressed. You start thinking about her constantly, wondering what changed, questioning yourself, rereading texts, searching for answers. And here's the trap. That D2OE